welcome guys back to the booth. This week we're talking about business, and I got a special guest here who is a business owner. Want to introduce yourself?
I'm Isaiah, and I am taking over a company for my father and starting another company.
Yeah. What do you guys do?
So, what we mainly do is commercial low temp refrigeration and HVAC and mechanical.
Yeah.
Yeah, so grocery store walk-ins, freezers, coolers, big HVAC equipment, chillers,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Do a lot of plumbing, other stuff. So,
Right on.
yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we were talking business hella, and we were just like kind of just chopping it up and like
Yeah.
what's kind of possible now and what the market is kind of changing into. Um, one of the big things that we were talking about, like kind of like hope, like I guess my marketing strategy was like AI, and it's not like necessarily like I'm like marketing with AI. I'm having it help me develop a plan to help market.
Yeah.
How do you guys usually market?
We've never really marketed. Ever. We've never marketed. It's
Yeah.
always been word of mouth.
Yeah.
And then we really focus on honesty, loyalty,
Yeah.
stuff like that. We don't lie about anything. We're honest up front with our customers.
Yeah.
Keep all our pricing fair,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Try to stay competitive compared to some of the other big guys out there.
Yeah.
They charge quite a bit. So I try to stay a little competitive because we got to stay in the field with them. And then, there's a lot of stuff you got to pay as a business owner.
Yeah.
They got workman's comp, insurance, payroll, everything starts to count and add up pretty quick.
Yeah, dude. And I can't even imagine. I mean, my gear somewhat hits around like 20 grand already, and I'm like,
Yeah, you got a
"Jeez,
lot."
man. If I just had like money to invest in a house, man." And I know that you were like wanting to be like investing in what did you call it earlier? Not like real estate, but commercial.
Yeah, commercial real estate. I want to
Yeah.
invest on commercial real estate.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I want to start buying small apartment complexes,
Yeah.
stuff like that, as soon as I can.
That
And then
dude, yeah.
if I could build up and buy, a hotel stuff,
Dude,
something that kind of runs itself a little bit.
marketing and like, or I would just say real estate and doing stuff like that, dude.
Yeah.
Such great money.
Yeah, and then like little strip malls and stuff like that with the
Yeah,
little
that would
strips
be
with like
cool.
5 suites and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's stuff I want to get into.
Yeah.
Because like with our company, we could maintenance and do all the repairs, installs, permits, all that other stuff ourselves.
Oh, wow.
So that saves on that cost. And then, then you have people that take in the suites and lease them out, rent them out.
Wow. Yeah, dude. That's fucking chuck change right there.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, how much do you guys usually make? You don't have to give your exact number, but if you want to say that.
It kind of really depends on the season too. Summer,
Really?
you start to bring in more revenue. Wintertime starts to slow down a little bit. People don't really need as much AC and stuff. But luckily, we got the refrigeration and mechanical side of it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, some days you could pull in 5 figures, 4 figures. Then there's some jobs where you could pull in 6 figures, stuff like that.
Wow.
But that's the bid,
Yeah.
And then what you're really pulling in after that kind of depends on what material costs, labor costs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so is your main market like New Mexico?
So my main market is New Mexico, and I'm trying to get my licenses outside of New Mexico, around our neighboring states.
Mm-hmm.
So that way we could start offering our services out of state too. Because we go corner to corner in New Mexico.
Really?
So we go down to Deming, Silver City, Las Cruces, Hobbs, Roswell, Raton, go up to Vegas, Farmington,
God
stuff
damn.
like that. We go all over the place. We go all the way out to Gallup, and we go all the way out to Clovis.
God dang, bro.
Yeah,
You must be making fucking good money doing that stuff, I mean, that's hard work.
Yeah, it's hard work. It's honest money,
regardless.
though. That's
Yeah.
what I like to say. It's
No,
honest
it
money.
is. I mean, if
And-
you're getting your hands dirty at the end of the day, it's not a good living. you
Yeah,
know?
it's not.
And like
I-
even for what I do, I mean, like if I'm working over at the shop, my hands get dirty, and I'm like, nah, I'm working today.
Mhm. Yeah, well, we want to be able to sleep at night. That's the main thing.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I want to be able to sleep at night. That's why we keep everything honest and upfront
Mhm.
and as clear as a window.
Yeah,
That's
I
mainly
mean,
what I
that's
like
fair.
to keep it as.
Yeah,
And all my guys are like that. They know if they mess up, bring it to me. I'll bring it to the customer. We'll eat it. That's the main thing.
yeah,
Is our customers know we're honest.
yeah. And I
Yeah.
mean, sometimes it's just how it goes. You have to like eat some costs.
Yeah.
I know with the company that I work with, sometimes there's just certain situations like what is it, like Luke Bryan or
Luke Combs.
Luke something, big country guy.
Luke Combs.
Is it? No, he was just here.
Who was it? I don't know.
He
I don't
was
go to
just
concerts.
here.
I'm always either at work or at home
Yeah,
doing something at home or working on the trucks with my
yeah.
dad.
So we had this whole thing. We came in, we loaded in, got everything set up, and homie canceled.
Yeah.
He canceled the show, and so for the most part, we have to eat most of that cost when we come
Yeah.
in.
You
You
gotta
know,
eat
and
all the
it's
labor and everything.
and we had the guys already had all set up, and
Mm-hmm.
so they had to call the hands back and be like, "No, we got to tear everything back down because it's he just canceled the whole show."
Yeah.
And there was another guy, and I'm not going to say names because I don't want to do anything like that, but he got so fucking drunk that he couldn't actually do his show.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I think he like punched somebody. He was yelling at the
Oh
drummer.
gosh.
He was like belligerent.
Yeah.
And one of the discussions that we actually ended up having was like he must have like came in and just started having a grand old time.
That's Albuquerque.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
Anyone that comes to New Mexico, man. I mean,
Yeah.
look, we got presidents, we got movie stars that come here just for the food.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like one of the things is people don't really understand is that oh shit,
Let me put that
are
on.
you on call?
I'm
Are
on
you
call.
gonna?
Let me put this
Do you
on.
have to go in?
Nah, I want to go and put this on silent. It was one of my guys calling in to see what time he's gonna come in the morning. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because we're
No.
starting at 6 tomorrow.
Because I'd be like, bro, we can cut this short real quick and you just have to go to
Nah,
work.
I'm good.
See, and that, but
That's one thing though, is it's a big sacrifice, especially like when you're on call.
yeah,
Like you can't be out on vacations, you can't do stuff like that. Like you're on call,
yeah,
and it's 24/7.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. Like we'll get calls at 2 o'clock in the morning. Hey, all my reefer cases are down. I need you here ASAP. I got $2-3 million worth of product in here. And it's you got 4 hours to get it going. If you don't get it done in 4 hours, we're losing money. We're losing product.
wow.
And insurance they don't do insurance claims on stuff like that because then this costs too much by the end of the year.
I mean that, yeah. I mean
Yeah,
insurance.
and then
wraps up
road
real
time
quick.
too. Like with us it's pretty exponential with the road time. Like just on the trucks, every truck gets a new set of tires every year. They wear the tires all the way down. Oil changes
Wow.
on every truck at least every 2 months. That's how many miles they put on them.
Wow.
Every truck gets between like 50 to 70,000 miles a year.
What? Dude, that is insane. I barely
Yeah.
put like 10,000 maybe on my
Mhm.
vehicle. That's huge.
And breakdowns, just because they're new vehicles doesn't mean they're not going to break down once we already have 150,000 miles on them in a couple of years.
Yeah, and the second before you even hit on
Yeah.
1,000, you have to replace your timing belt
Yeah,
in most vehicles.
yeah.
So
And luckily, we haven't had to do any of that with any of our vehicles. And we've been going on strong since 2008, since my dad started the company.
wow,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah.
Man.
I mean, we've had our fair share of breakdowns and having to buy new trucks when we have to,
Yeah.
because we have to be able to keep up with our clientele too. They got to be able to depend on us.
Yeah,
That's another thing. That's our service, 24/7. Like I
Yeah.
said, loyalty, honesty, and dependability
yeah.
is where advanced refrigeration and HVAC comes into play for that.
And that's like most businesses, unless you're like running something kind of fraudulent, but
Yeah.
like, most businesses you have to stay completely
Mhm.
like honest and upfront about what your services
Yeah.
actually do provide.
And it's actually kind of hard to find that in the trades nowadays.
It is.
It is.
Because dude, I've heard of horror stories
Yeah.
of just different things.
So have I, and I hate to see that happen to some clients. And like when I pick up new clients, and where someone was dishonest with them, and they go do something that they didn't have to do,
Mm-hmm.
and I see it, and it kind of sucks, But then I got to go in there and charge what I have to because I got to pay for labor and I got to pay for all the parts.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's insane. I mean,
So,
shoot, man.
and like I'm gonna say about 99% of our customers just keep us as soon as they start using us.
Wow.
Just because we're on it, and they don't have to worry about anything. I get texts from customers, work orders and stuff, and they don't even call me. They just know it's gonna get done, and it's gonna get done in a timely manner. Like we try to get everything done within 24 hours of receiving the call
Wow.
for it.
Yeah. I mean, dude, that's nowhere close to what I actually really do, because I do video for
Well,
most
yeah, I
of my
mean we've
stuff,
been friends since middle school.
If you guys don't know, we've known each other
Yeah.
for a long time, and we've just been hanging out, and we're just like, let's just throw you on the podcast and
Yeah.
just
And
see
I'm
where it
welcome.
goes.
I'll come as much as you want me to come.
Yeah, dude, I plan on having a lot of my friends just be repeated guests.
Yeah.
Coming and talking about whatever, and just having fun.
Yeah.
Shoot, Blizzard, he comes in and he's just like, yo, can I smoke? And I'm like, go for it, man. And he's just like, cool. Yeah, let's. What
Yeah.
do you guys want to talk
I
about?
haven't seen him in a while too. We've been friends forever too.
Yeah, dude. I
Yeah,
was I
since
was
like fifth
hoping.
grade.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, we met each other in 5th grade.
Wow. Yeah, dude. I was hoping he was gonna come through today, but a lot of things happen, family issues and
Mm-hmm.
whatnot.
Yeah, it's
It's
life.
yeah, life happens,
It's life
man.
happens.
I mean, when it comes to business, you have to find that fine line between like what you want to do, what you have to do, and where your family
Yeah,
steps in, and what you have to do for your family.
exactly. And in this trade, that's where a lot of guys struggle,
Mm-hmm.
especially when they first come into this trade, is finding a balance of work life and home life. Because home life is kind of gets to the back burner in this trade, because you have to prioritize work over home life,
Mm-hmm.
because now you are on call 24/7, and now it's not just us depending on you; it's our customers depending on you, and then your face is our company.
Mm-hmm.
So if I need you somewhere at 2 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock at night or 6 o'clock while you're at a family meal and you're on call, I mean, you have to go.
Yeah.
And that's where it kind of sucks for a lot of the guys, when you got to stay out of town a lot and stuff like that, and they're never home. They're always working, from 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning till 10, 12 o'clock at night, 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's some days where you work 30 hours straight, 40 hours straight, and
Yeah.
then you go home and then fall asleep and you wake up and go right back to work.
Jeez, man, that is like nuts. I mean, I can only imagine, but like with the film industry, it's like a completely different but kind of ball game. But like
Yeah.
there is that sacrifice of family time that you have to make
Well,
because
yeah, of course.
like with big movies, like, and that's why I choose like opt out of working in the union and working on big movies because I want to be able to have a family life. I want to be able to start my own thing. Which, dude, thank you by the way, even for helping me.
Don't even think me.
Because if short story real quick, you guys, this guy actually asked me to help him make him some business cards because he wanted to up his
And the logo.
graphics and yeah, your logo and everything. And he told me I'm gonna pay you, but go reinvest and get your LLC and get things going for you, man.
Hmm.
And my main goal has always been make it sustainable so that I can do what I love and have the family time that I want to be able to do.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I still find time no matter what I do to have my family time, or at least have a day to myself because damn,
Yeah.
I've been working
You have
like
to be able to
crazy.
get that. And it took me 12 years to get here where
Yeah.
I'm at now. And, now I have more family time.
Yeah.
Before, though, I mean, it was just balls to the wall. Even now, it's still like that. I mean, because I'm trying to build something.
Yeah.
I want my young years to be my working years and my old years to be my kickback years.
Yeah.
I don't want to be 40 years old having to break back.
Yeah.
I want to break my back while I'm young.
I feel that.
Like, I got
man.
the energy now. I got the umph now. I got the ambition now. Build it now. So that way, once I'm old and ready to kick the bucket, I'm not having to work.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
it's hard at least.
Yeah.
I want to be able just to kick back and say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to work for 3 weeks and go on vacation. Pull the camper, go to
the
Florida,
goal.
go to New York, go to Chicago, something like that.
I would love to go out to New York,
Yeah.
and just like have some fun with that because it is. I heard New York is just beautiful.
Yeah,
But
I've
it's
heard
also
the same thing.
expensive.
Yeah. But-
that's the Big Apple, man.
Yeah, it is. But no, that's kind of where I want to be in my life.
Yeah.
I want to work hard now. That's why, like I was talking to you earlier about starting, another business.
Yeah, another branch.
The eBay store and stuff
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And then also, like, once I get my license in these other states for what we already do, I would want to branch out to other states.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another hard thing to do in itself because
Yeah.
I got
And-
this one, and then now I'm gonna have to,
Yeah.
babysit another one.
Yeah, and that's where we were talking about actually like marketing a little bit
Yeah,
because once you actually open up into another market, you do have to.
I'm gonna have
market.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, if
And-
I go to Nevada, I'm gonna have to market in Nevada
Yeah.
because it's gonna be an unknown brand new company.
Yeah.
And I mean, I already have some clients that want me in Nevada. Thank God. And that's why I was thinking about going to Nevada from here too,
Mhm.
and starting something out there. A small outfit that'll just be able to branch out there and just take care of my clients that want me out there, and to also build off of that and build relationships out there with other clientele and businesses. Because even like us now, I'm not one of those guys that's like, oh, this is my business, I'm trying to take it over here. Like, I'll help other guys out.
No,
Other companies. Like, I've had other companies call me just to go and help them on stuff that they can't figure out. Because I will say I am, pretty technically, what is it?
inclined.
Inclined. Yeah. And troubleshooting and stuff on these big systems and
No,
chillers
yeah.
and stuff. And You know, when people can't figure it out and other companies can't figure it out, and they call, these warehouses and stuff like, hey, who could help me out here? They give me a call.
Yeah, I mean,
And so,
you've showed me some of the stuff that you work on,
yeah.
man, and I can only imagine. Like I deal with wires and stuff like that, but not to like your level,
Yeah,
not at
no.
all.
And so like I'll go out and help those other companies, and I'm not gonna charge them, what I charge them. I
Hmm.
try to build relationships with them, so
Yeah,
that way I'm always here to help them. And if I ever need help, because we don't do residential, so I'll help these guys out that do residential that are a little bit smaller, because we're still a small family-owned company. I mean, there's only 8 of us
yeah,
that are working right now.
yeah,
I mean, it's bigger than what we ever had.
yeah.
Thank God.
And when it comes to like building like clientele, that's actually kind of like what I'm trying to do right now,
Yeah.
and like because my business is very, very small, it's just me. I'm a one man
Mm,
band kind of guy, just
yeah.
posting, doing whatever I
Yeah.
can. But like, I've found that if I build a free video or offer them like a free video for the first, and then after that, I'm like, if you guys still want to continue to work with me,
Yeah.
it builds like, oh no,
You
this
build that
guy,
relationship.
yeah, and it
Yeah.
builds like that clientele because they're like, oh, this guy just gave me a free video. It just got me like almost 10,000 views,
Yeah.
and I noticed the difference because it helped bring more traction into whatever I'm doing, and that's the way to really market, and
Y-
like even like with those are crazy, man. I
Yeah, no,
love
I
those.
just got those, man, last week, and they've actually been pretty cool.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if you guys don't know what these are
They're the
the
Oakley Meta
oop, just took a
Vanguards.
picture.
Just took a picture.
My accident. They're the Vanguards?
Yeah, Vanguards. Oakley Meta Vanguards.
Yeah, dude. These
Yeah.
are freaking awesome. I mean, like they even got like the audio built inside of them. They got all kinds of stuff. I think it's listening or recording.
Yeah, it's recording.
Oh no way.
Yeah. I think it's recording right
Inception,
now.
man. That's crazy. That's super cool. How do I stop?
It'll stop.
To continue, make sure Meta AI is active and Bluetooth is connected.
I disconnected them
Oh,
before we
okay.
started.
Okay,
All right.
cool. Yeah, dude, those are awesome. I actually want to be able to get a pair of those that are just like clear lenses,
They
you
have
know?
them.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
them.
they have them. They have the transparent transition lenses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And be able to actually put my prescription in it so that way when I'm out on a gig, I can just be like, "Yo, record."
Yeah. I
And
think
it'll
Ray-Ban
still
has
record.
those.
Yeah, they
I
do.
think Ray-Ban's the one that
I
has
actually
those.
I tried to actually get one off of Facebook Market the other day, and homie never texted me back.
Yeah.
And I was just like, ah, come on, man, because the way the market is actually really changing, and we were talking about it a little bit
Yeah, we
too,
were.
is it is going to more of like a social media
It
kind of
is. It's
thing.
going social media. Like even in my trade, like everything's mechanical, right?
Hmm.
But now everything's starting to turn digital and programming and motorized valves and stuff like that. When it was never like that before. And even my
Hmm.
dad talks about it. Is he's an old head that always worked mechanical, and now these things are going digital, and he could learn it. I mean, and he knows it. He's probably the sharpest dude out here that does what we do,
Hmm.
and he's taught me everything I know. And even he's saying like he's done with it. Like he doesn't want to have to learn this whole new side of refrigeration, low temp refrigeration that we do. That's all digital.
Yeah.
That now there's HVAC and refrigeration units that I hook up to, and I need a computer.
Hmm.
I don't. That's the only way you can diagnose them. Yeah.
Wow.
Even the tech support guys will tell you can't
You
do it
just
without our
run
software.
run a whole program and it tells you
Hmm.
exactly what's going on.
Tells me exactly what's going on, how to and
Fix
help
it.
me diagnose stuff, because you have problems in software versions and boards and AI boards that we program and stuff now.
Yeah.
And before it was switches, temp controls, mechanical valves, mechanical pressure controls, stuff like that. And now everything's turned digital.
That's crazy.
So now it's a whole new world of
The
mechanical side,
digital market, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it's
It-
it's serious. And people want to see other people know how to do that already.
Yeah.
And that's where these really come in handy for
Yeah.
like someone like you, even for me, is because people want to see you do that work and know how to do
Yeah.
that work.
Well, not just that. I kind of like those too, because it'll help, rookies out here in the field. Like, hey, like he did that. Let me try that out.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Like, hey, he saw that. I saw that the other day and I couldn't figure it out. Maybe let me go do this and that'll fix the issue.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
mean, you can even ask it to just tell you what you're looking at.
Yeah,
Like
and
you were
it's-
doing that earlier, and it said exactly what I was looking at, and I was just like, "That is
Yeah,
crazy."
it's mind blowing to me, dude.
Yeah.
With technology now,
Yeah.
because you know me, I've never been a technology kind of guy.
Yeah.
It's like my dad kind of raised me a little old school, so like I'm always mechanical, always old stuff and stuff like that, and I like old cars and everything, and this whole digital and computers and stuff. It's been a little bit of a learning curve, but I've got a lot of it down now. Even now, like I have some clients out there where I'm the only one that knows how to work on their stuff within 600 miles.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Damn. I mean, yeah, I mean, if you're working on a system long enough and you've already put in all that
Yeah.
gear, you could just go
Yeah.
straight in and know
And on
exactly
all that
what's going
stuff,
on.
I'm all self-taught. I
Yeah.
never went to classes for any of it. I never went to school for any of it.
Oh, that's crazy, dude. There's a moth in there. No. Get out. Dude, that's gonna bug the hell out of me now. That's so crazy that it's just in there.
It ain't going nowhere.
No, it's not. It's kind of trapped in there.
But yeah, so like on a lot of that stuff, I'm self-taught.
Mhm.
And like my dad had a big hand in a lot of it, but he used to just tell me, "Hey, you go out there and you go figure it out."
Do you have to be licensed?
To work on the stuff I work on, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
you're
have to
fully
be
licensed,
I'm
though.
fully licensed.
Yeah.
I have journeymans. I have multiple journeyman licenses. I have multiple licenses. I could work on Daikins,
Now
Aeons,
you're speaking a whole other
Osakis.
different language, bro.
Yeah. It's
As I'm sure, like, I probably end up speaking a different language to
and
you.
there's probably guys out there that could do what I do and they don't have a license regardless.
Yeah.
And I do suggest having your license because if something happens, it's your back on the line.
Yeah. I mean, that's also how you make more money.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you show
Nowadays,
that-
paper's money.
Yeah.
Certificates are money now. People want to see the certificates. They want to see the licenses.
Mhm.
Before, it wasn't like that. Even when I started, 10, 12 years ago, people didn't care. I was a teenager. I was out there working on stuff,
Mhm.
helping them out. And
Mhm.
then I had to get all my licenses in order to work on certain types of equipment. I had to get my EPA in order to work with refrigerants and stuff like that. When I think I was like 17 and I
Damn.
started working on that stuff, I had to get my EPA and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah,
Dude, that sounds like a lot of work.
it is. EPA is easy to get though.
Yeah.
That's
I
an
mean,
easy
in
one.
my trade, it's like the only thing that I really have to worry about is like getting my Part 107 for drones.
Yeah.
And that's something that I'm going to be really working on
Hmm.
here soon because I can't sell that at all right now.
Yeah.
Now that I have my LLC.
And once you can, that's a whole other little part of your
Mhm.
industry that you could offer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a huge market. I mean, if I'm
Yeah, it is.
offering drone video on top of like a whole real estate kind of deal, I can VFX that and show like people, hey, this is the outline of the property. Here's the house. This is what it looks like from the back, from behind. This is what it
Yep.
looks like from a down view. Here's your roof, and then I can really, really do some real
Yeah.
money there,
Well, that's how I am too. Like with all my customers, and I tell all my new customers this when we come in is we don't just do low temp refrigeration or we don't just do HVAC like our name kind of implies.
Mhm.
Like we work on ice machines, we work on prep tables, we work on the mechanical side. We do major plumbing projects and stuff like that, like
Mhm.
full water lines, drainage lines. We don't even offer snaking, but we do snaking for them and stuff like that. And a big part of it is just being able to open our doors up to more business,
Mhm.
which kind of keeps us busy. So if there's ever a slow, there's other things to do, so
Yeah.
that's why we just do a multitude of things.
Yeah. I mean, that's how you make your money, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
like,
there's a lot of companies out here where they only do HVAC or they only do refrigeration. Like now I just went and got my backflow prevention license.
Mhm.
So that way now I could offer that to all my clientele that now I work on all your backflows.
Mhm.
Now I could test them all and submit them all to the state or the city. And I have my journeymans so I could actually repair them on site for you.
Mhm.
Stuff like that. And stuff that they were having a hard time finding somebody or a reliable guy to do it. And we try to stay 100% reliable
Mhm.
to all our clients. So if they need it done, I'm going to get it done.
Mhm.
That's kind of just how we operate.
Now, we touched a little bit on the eBay. What is
Yeah.
your whole plan with that?
So that one, starting that one with my wife.
Okay.
And so what I want to do is I want to start off with eBay reselling she wants to start with like clothes and, small items, resell pallets
Yeah.
to get. And then after that, once that kind of starts moving a little bit and I have enough money, I want to start getting into the TCG side of it because there's a lot of money in, selling TCG cards,
Well, dude.
Magic the Gathering, Pokemon,
okay.
One Piece, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there's a whole market that not a lot of people know about.
No, dude.
Yeah.
Pokemon is like a huge market
Yeah,
from what I
that's
understand.
that one's a huge market.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to get into that market as well on top of the eBay and offer that
Mhm.
over so that way they're able to, continue that business on my side.
Yeah, dude. And like, so one of the things that I just recently got into was Claude. I told you
Yeah,
a
you
little
were
bit
telling me
about it.
about
Yeah.
Cloud. I just
And
downloaded it.
you're like, no, that sounds pretty cool. Like,
Yeah, I want to try it
it's,
out.
dude, I'm telling you, man, that thing can do whatever you want.
Well, you see,
You know.
like I told you, I was a little more old school.
Hmm.
So I've been, now that we're so busy and I'm running, more of the day-to-day stuff and making sure all my clients are taken care of and everything. I used to use Google Calendar as my planner,
Really.
and I just went and bought me a planner from Office Depot and started writing everything down and got me a pack of highlighters.
Oh wow.
And that's how I've been keeping track of everything for the past couple months.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
paperwork trail is
Yeah.
actually the best way to do it.
Well,
you
it
know?
just makes it so much easier. It's right now I carry my backpack into work every single day in my truck, just my office.
Yeah.
And now I just write it all down. I write everything down
So-
instead of having it digitalized, like with AI and stuff.
So with that though, you can actually have it and make it. So with Claude, that's the crazy part is that you can have it actually build an entire app
Well, that's
for
what you were
you
telling me.
and send you notifications of like what your day to day is and what you're looking at. And so that way you don't even have to write anything down. You can just tell it, hey, put this in my calendar, send me a notification later on, and it'll do it all for you. I mean, Google can kind of pretty much do the same thing.
And it was doing that for me. It's just that now there's so much work
Mhm.
that it was hard to keep up with it on my phone. Because I'm not a phone kind of guy. I'm not always on my phone.
Yeah.
And, I'm a mechanical guy.
Yeah, you're more
And
hands-on.
I'm more hands-on. And then I do have ADHD. So, being able to open a book and write it down and then see it and remember it and then open that book, the next day and be able to say, okay, I got to do this. I need to send those guys here. I need to send these guys there. I need to send those guys there.
Yeah.
And
that's the
that
best
just
way.
really helps me plan it out. And then like different colored highlighters, I was able to kind of, coordinate like these are done, these need to be done, this was ordered, this is a callback, stuff like that.
Mhm.
And then like speaking of callbacks, like I know we have one of the lowest callback rates here in New Mexico.
Really?
I think we're like at a 2 or 3% callback rate.
So what do you mean by like callback? Like just
Warranty
being, like-
calls, like my guy goes out and works on something,
Mhm.
and then a day or two later they got to call back because it's still not working.
Really?
Yeah. So I get that a lot from my clientele is, when I pick up a new customer, it's like, hey, these guys kept coming and coming and coming and coming and coming, could never fix it. And you came one time and you haven't had an issue with it for 2 years,
Oh wow.
so
Yeah. I mean that's definitely one way to really do things.
yeah.
I think the best way that I've actually ever really learned is actually starting to write. Even if it's just on the computer and I'm
Yeah.
writing. I'll write and write and write and write, and then I retain it a lot.
That's how I have to be like that. I have to keep writing. I have to keep opening my book. I have to keep looking at it.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to stay really consistent with even, as soon as I get home, I get on my tablet, I finish up my invoices, finish up my estimates, and then I get on that planner and I see what I did today, mark everything out. And then throughout the day, I open that thing up as clients are calling me, hey, I need this done, I need this done, I need this done.
Do you have like a template for your invoices?
Yeah, we use QuickBooks.
QuickBooks.
We use QuickBooks.
Dude, yeah. No, I QuickBooks is really. I mean, that's like a standard for like most businesses.
Yeah, and
you know.
I like QuickBooks and I dislike it at the same time in some spots, and I've talked to them about it. Nothing's really been resolved with some of it yet, just because of the invoicing side. I could see the managerial side with all being able to see all the information.
Yeah.
But invoicing when my techs are out in the field, like they don't need to see all the information of everything else. I just need them to focus on what they're doing day to day.
Yeah.
Because if they're focusing on everything else and trying to figure out other stuff that they don't need to be figuring out, it's a distraction.
So for like someone like me, right? I have like a basic template of my invoice that
Yeah.
I actually send to people.
Yeah.
I
I was the
actually-
first one.
You were my first official.
I got
client.
ticket 001.
You did. I'm technically on 005 now.
That's good.
Yeah. And so I'll be,
Happy.
yeah, man, I'm really happy about that. And like I said earlier, like I'll be filming a tasty pot tomorrow.
Yeah.
Which is gonna be awesome. Which, if you guys don't know, it's a hot pot place here in Albuquerque, off of Wyoming and Academy, next to PetSmart and like the Dion's.
Yeah.
And it's a hot pot place, bro. And their food is so bomb.
I've never eaten there.
Bro, we gotta go.
I've never eaten
We
there.
got to go, man. It's so good, bro.
I'll have to try it
And-
out.
and
Is
the
it like a
portion-
breakfast place or?
No, bro. It's a Taiwanese hot pot. But so they have different flavors. They got like beef hot pot. They got stew, or not stew.
I've
They
never
got
even
like
had a hot pot.
curry. Yeah, dude, you're missing out. So they bring it to you. They'll cook it in this pot, right, out in the back, and it'll be like an open flame, right, real quick. And then they put it into like this holder that has another open flame inside, and then you can close it off to actually turn off the flame if you don't want it to keep heating, and it'll keep it hot and boiling the entire
Yeah.
time. So good.
Yeah,
So
we're
good.
gonna have to try that one out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take you.
Yeah.
It's super good.
Yeah, like me, tomorrow what I got is, so we're actually doing a whole brand new grocery store. We're doing a whole new rack system, all new cases, all new walk-ins, all new evaporators, everything brand new, all new piping for the refrigeration.
Wow.
And it's a pretty big project. And tomorrow we're actually going to be unloading the rack system, the main rack that goes in the back.
Wow.
So
So how do you like really know exactly what you're looking at when you go into the stuff? Because me personally, bro, when you say racks, I'm thinking like audio equipment racks.
yeah,
You know what I
no,
mean?
so I call it a rack system. And most people do this. That's what they're called. It's a rack.
Yeah.
That's a refrigeration rack. And so you know how in a grocery store you have all your freezers and coolers and everything outside on the store floor.
Yeah.
So all of that has refrigeration piping, high side, liquid side, and a low side vapor side, and all of that goes piped all the way back to the rack with the compressors that actually controls the refrigerant flow to those systems.
Wow. So you're like in those stores building and helping cool all of their frozen shit.
Yep.
So like, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, we're
So
installing all the cases,
are
all
you
the
ever
doors,
in
all the...
there and you're just like looking through the windows as people are like shopping and you're just like,
You know, it's
I
funny.
see
There's
you."
some where you could actually see, like, they got like in these dairy cases, you slide these big doors, and they actually load them from the back,
Mhm.
and you can just go through and you can just see people walking by, and it's like, man, that's kind of cool, you know?
They'd be like, you would never even know that I'm actually here, like
Yeah.
working on this system.
Yeah, like I could be walking through the back of the store, straight through the middle of the store, nobody blinks an eye.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
So like, I guess back to the whole invoicing kind of like topic. I gave Claude my invoice
Yeah.
as this basic template, and I told it, hey, make me a new template with this information
Mm-hmm.
for like Tasty Pot, like what I'm doing tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it filled out all the information and sent it back to me as a PDF. And I was like, oh, this is sick, bro. All I have to
Yeah.
do now is just say, make this template or make me an invoice, and it'll do it for me right there.
Yeah.
That way I don't have to waste time sitting and making a whole new template or
Yeah.
a whole new invoice and keeping track of those numbers, and I can just do it,
Yeah, that's why I do like QuickBooks, is because it has all of my customers' accounts.
Mhm.
And as soon as I click create invoice, I just put in there my customer number or name,
Mhm.
and it just pops all their information up, puts it all on the invoice. And then for every line, I just get to, I put in what we did. And then after that, I just start putting in what I'm charging for,
Mhm.
stuff like that.
That's pretty.
So it just pulls it all up, invoice number, everything, just right off the bat as soon as I click the plus sign.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I'm just getting started. So
Yeah.
that's where I'm just like, I'm
Well,
not
you
gonna
know,
touch
before we
QuickBooks
were
right
all
now.
paper, man. We
Yeah.
used to go to Office Depot, say, "Hey, this is the template that we want, and this is what we need." And it was paper. You had the white paper on top, the yellow paper on bottom, where it just etched through,
Mhm.
and you write out your invoice. You give them the back one, and I take the front one, and that was our invoices. I had to
Yeah.
write every single thing out with a pen.
So at my current job, my day job, I actually just stumbled upon our old invoicing and quoting sheets
Yeah,
that are exactly like that.
that's how.
And
That's how.
so, like,
and we still do that.
we don't. If our system goes down,
Yeah.
then we do that.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like, we don't. We never use it because it's all in our system.
Well, and it's nice. Everything's traced now on emails and in the system. It's all saved.
Mm-hmm.
But I still use paper, like I said, because I don't have the guys using the tablets right now.
Mm-hmm.
So they're still using paper. But it's kind of nice because I get an actual physical paper in my hand right away off the bat. So does the customer.
Yeah.
And it's kind of nice to have it that way. But then I got a lot of customers like, I only want emails. I want
Mhm.
everything traced in an email.
Mhm.
Just fine. We do it
Yeah.
all.
I mean, the way that the market has definitely changed within even the last 15 years is it's gone from paper to digital, and you still have a lot of those different people who are just like, I'd rather do it this way, man.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm trying to come into play with all the new stuff.
Mhm.
I'm trying to keep up with the times, because if I don't keep up with the times, we're gonna get left behind.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So like now we do have the tablets. Now we do have the phones and everything to keep track of everything. That's why I bought the glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then like we have special tools. We use Testo, and like all those gauges and meters and stuff, they actually record what we're seeing in real time, and I'm able to save that on a PDF and send it to myself and the customer of what pressures I'm reading, or what your static pressures are, or what your CO2 is in the building, or your combustion analysis and stuff like that. Weights of refrigerants weighing in or recovering, and all of
Goddamn,
that. It's
dude.
all digitalized, and like
That's a lot. That's a lot of stuff.
We used to have just analog gauges, you know. You see those blue, yellow, red hoses, and
Yeah.
those old analog gauges.
Mhm.
I still carry those in my truck. A lot of guys still use those.
No, yeah.
But now it's all digital. You know, Tesla has a digital set. That's what I use now, mainly on my day to day. And I could record all my stuff while I'm there. I could record all my pressure tests, vacuum decay test, what my pressure readings are on site, and it's date stamps it, time stamps it, and I put my customer, their equipment, serial numbers, and everything, so they know exactly what I'm working on, and then I could attach pictures to that, showing this is what it's attached to. So you know that kind of saves us in the end, and then it gives my customers, you know, peace of mind too, that I'm not out there being
definitely.
dishonest, you know.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
And then it's had our back a couple of times. There's been a couple of times, a couple of clients are like, hey, you didn't fix my stuff. And I'm like, here's all my readings.
Yeah.
You know, it's been 2 months. It's been working just fine. You know, your evaporator cracked in half. You know, you cracked a pipe. Like, it's inevitable. I couldn't foresee that, you know. And so then it's like, okay, no, you're right. And so that kind of saved us a few times from having some false accusations of what is it, not vandalism,
or improper conduct, or something,
and negligence. You know, it shows that I'm doing everything right. I did pressure test your system. I did vacuum decay test your system, and everything passed. It's all right there in real time, showing it. And you know, if you cracked a leak, I can't, you know, cover it, but I could help you out with the price. You know, like, I get it. Times are hard. The world's hard right now.
Oh yeah,
but
dude,
I still can't.
Everything going on, man. Like, the whole world
And
is turned upside down.
It's ridiculous. Like, we're seeing, like, every year or 6 months, I've been constantly seeing like 16% markups on everything.
Oh yeah.
So, like, you know, at the warehouses, if it costed me $100 for a part 3 months ago, and now it's costing me $132, and I'm just like, what the hell is happening?
That's insane.
And it is. There's some parts where I used to get pre-COVID that I used to get for $80, $70, and now I'm buying them for $300, $400.
Oh my gosh, dude. That is not
And,
okay.
you know,
yeah, I mean, dude, hard drives. So, like, for a big thing for me is like storage.
Yeah, well, because of video and photography.
Yeah. So, like, I never ever delete any of my stuff.
Yeah.
I keep it. At least I try to, you know, because if I ever have to reference back to it for a client and be like, no,
it's
this
there.
it's there. Yeah. And that way I have it. No matter how long it's
you're
been.
covering yourself. And it kind of sucks that we have to cover ourselves out here in the field now.
Yeah.
Because, and I get it, people are trying to save money and stuff, but it's, you know, I got to be able to cover myself too, and my guys, because then, you know, I don't want to look dishonest. We're not dishonest people. And so just to be able to cover ourselves and say, hey, look, you know, I do feel bad that this happened, but this is kind of what it is. I can't do anything about it.
Yeah. How would you, if you were in my shoes and you were doing video, what steps would you do to, like, help market yourself, and what would you do in terms of business and how to, like, financially keep yourself afloat?
You know, to start, in all due honesty, I would create myself a pamphlet of what I offer, and door to door.
Really? Door to door.
Door to door. I would go to the nicer neighborhoods and I would go door to door.
Okay.
That's really what I would do.
Really?
In all due honesty. If I didn't have the money, and I'd park on the corner of a neighborhood and walk and door to door.
Really? And just market yourself for video?
Market myself for video.
Really?
I would go to strip malls. I would go to restaurants. I would go to malls. I would go wherever I could.
See, and that's where I'm more. I don't think I would go door to door to, like, homes.
Well, I would go to homes. Like, you could go, you know, you could market yourself out in the nice neighborhoods where, you know, those families are always going out. They're always wanting pictures. You could see, you know, people getting ready for quinceañeras, stuff like that. Like, hey, you know what? Let me stop. Here's my card. Here's my pamphlet. And, you know, if you get a 10% bite, you get a 10% bite. That's 10% you didn't have yesterday. Yeah. That's the way I view it. I mean, when my dad started his company, he was calling clients that, you know, maybe he did something for way back in the day that, and he started with like $200 in his pocket when he quit his job and started his company.
You were telling me about that, actually, you know, and I guess the same kind of goes for me. I say, you know, you helped me out, so I had like, what, $200 to really get it kind of kickstarted and going. But I already had gear. Yeah, you already had it. It was just about actually executing and doing the right steps to
getting the push.
Yeah, and really get it going, you know. And like right now, I'm not necessarily not marketing too hard. You know, I haven't really pushed the go button on everything. I'm kind of just lining everything up so I can
that's great, because, like,
press go.
When I was in the Marine Corps, what they taught is you plan, execute. Plan, execute, plan, execute, plan, execute, but never stop executing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing I did learn is
Mm-hmm.
never stop executing and never be afraid of a challenge.
Yeah.
So there's, things that we're doing now that we have never done before.
Mm.
And we have the license for it. Our license covers it. It's just we never did it because it was such a broad, big project that we would have never thought we would be, the guys to do it.
Doing it now.
And now we are the guys doing it, and
Mhm.
it kind of amazes me, kind of scares me sometimes. you know,
Yeah, dude. I mean,
and these are big responsibility jobs, and it's like all that falls on me.
Yeah, dude.
If one mess up, that falls on me.
Yeah, and so like with what I'm trying to do actually is like when I'm marketing out to like these bigger companies and being like, "Hey, I can help you guys market and get more clientele."
Yeah.
It falls on me on what kind of traction that they end up getting. So I'm
Yeah.
like,
You
I
have to
haven't
show
even,
your worth.
yeah, and I haven't even hit that ball game of
Yeah.
like being able to actually show that, hey, I can get you from this to this in terms of actual leads and clientele and getting
And
more business.
Like getting into these bigger businesses, I've learned now throughout the past couple of years is you have to get in with these third parties that are already, in my case, doing their maintenance, calling other companies and vendors to do their maintenance and repairs and stuff, and getting in with those guys and then getting in with the clients.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of word of mouth.
It's a lot of word of mouth. So like I'll stay with a third party, but I also offer all this other stuff. And then they go back to that third party and then they give us a call to go back. So that's another thing is trying to get in with them, market to them. And then finding them is another thing. Because luckily we've never had to market and we were able to grow what we did and they were able to find us. And that kind of brought us to where we're at.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. I mean, I can only imagine like what you be doing on a day-to-day basis, because I'm over here like I need a new lens. And
Yeah.
that's like the least of my problems.
Yeah. Well, like
Or the biggest of my
when my
problems.
dad started, it was all residential work. It was doing residential stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
some people just wouldn't pay.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Hey, we're not paying,"
Yeah.
and what could we do but eat
Yeah.
it?
And it's
And-
that's
yeah.
that's
But
huge.
like, luckily and thank God, we've gotten to a place now to where we don't do residential at all.
Mhm.
We don't even touch residential. We only do strictly commercial and industrial.
Yeah.
And that's really helped us out a lot of just making sure we're paid.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's kind of where the route that I want to end up starting to like go, jeez. That like flew right in my eye. But like one of my big things is I actually like filming weddings. But that's a harder market to actually get into,
Yeah.
especially for someone like me because like you never know who's going to get hitched,
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
And you never know who they're going to find to do
like
those kind of
in
things.
your shoes, like you were asking me about you marketing, is
Mhm.
I would go to these boutiques where they sell the dresses and hey, can I put my pamphlets up here? I offer photography services for these weddings and
Yeah.
cases and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And actually go into there and say, hey, can I set up a booth out front and put your cinema booth out there? And
Hey, my name's
while-
Cinema
while
Booth.
peop-
I want to
while-
set up a booth.
while guys are walking in, to get fitted for suits or
Mhm.
girls are walking in and get fitted for dresses and stuff. Like, here's my pamphlet. This is what I do. This is what I offer.
Mhm.
And, it kind of sucks. You're going to be out there in the heat, but
I mean,
you're out there trying to hook.
So one of the big things that I've noticed with kind of doing kind of a door to doors kind of scenario when it comes to video is
Mhm.
actually asking the venues or
Yeah,
like the
getting with
boutiques,
venues.
yeah,
Yeah.
and being like, hey, how can I become a vendor for you guys so that I can actually get more clientele for weddings or anything
Yeah.
like that? Because one thing that I've noticed is that if I go up to these businesses and be like, hey, if I could become a vendor for you guys, I'll make you guys some video content.
Yeah.
But that's something I haven't been able to actually quite do, and I'm kind of holding off on that one
Yeah.
just because that's
Well,
like
once you
my
start doing
last
it, you're going to start getting
a
a
lot.
lot of business.
Yeah, and that's the whole
yeah.
that's the whole thing,
Yeah.
because there's guys out here that are making like $3,000 off of one wedding
Yeah.
on a straight up
Yeah.
day, and I'm just like,
Yeah. There's some guys that
That's
charge
insane.
10, 15 grand
yeah, dude, there's other,
for some of these things, and it's
yeah.
these packages, and they do it.
Dude, there's this one guy that I saw on Instagram, and I follow him, and his name's Justin Porter Media, and he does weddings as if they're documentaries,
Oh, snap.
and he will bring like whole rigs, and I guarantee this guy charges at least 10 grand a wedding,
Yeah.
but he films it like a whole documentary. He'll
Yeah.
have a whole lighting setup just
Yeah.
like this, and
Yeah.
just like,
All the way from the start to the end.
yeah, all the
Yeah.
way. And he'll have people doing interviews. He has like a whole camera team that's ready to go filming the interviews while he's doing other things, capturing the bride and the groom throughout the day. And it's just like a huge fucking game for him, But like my main thing is, I need to get in and
Yeah.
start hitting
And
these markets
and
and
that's
like
the thing is once
these
you're
venues and businesses.
yeah. Well, that's why I try to push you too, and why I'm always bothering you.
Yeah, yeah. And be like, what are you doing
Yeah.
today?
Let me grab a water.
Yeah, you go for it. Hey, not too bad, huh?
Not too bad.
Once you kind of get into it, it gets
Yeah.
pretty easy,
But
because
I mean,
it's literally just like talking to
it is.
somebody.
But like, once you start to really get into those event centers and to talking to people and going door to door to all these places, you'll start to see a blow up of your clientele.
Yeah.
You will. And then, but you don't want to blow up too quick.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing is, if you blow it too quick, all it takes is you getting your big customer mad.
Mm-hmm.
All it takes is one mess up and you dropped like that.
Mm-hmm. So what would you recommend for me? How many should I like hit right away, or
I would say try to get,
one or two?
like 2 weddings a week.
Well, no. I'm talking about.
Oh, you mean like how many
like
clients?
how many clients?
I would
should
say probably
reach out
like
to businesses,
like
the boutiques, or like
I would say go to probably about 4 boutiques, once a weekend. Pick one out of 4. And then event centers, I would go to like 6 or 7.
Really?
Because you think about it, out of those 6 or 7, you're maybe going to get one call right off the bat. And you're going to be lucky to get that call because you got to really sell yourself. You're going to have to be out there selling yourself and what you have to offer. And then you're going to have to give them something as an incentive really to, bring them into the idea of having you do the work. So you're going to have to probably go there, do something for free, show it to them, and then they're going to say, yeah, he does good work. Yeah, we could say this is the vendor we want to use. And out of those 7, you could get 1, you could get none, you could get 6. It really depends. So I would say go to like 7 or 8, maybe even 10. If you could, go to 5 small ones, go to 5 big ones.
Yeah.
And you'll get a couple.
Yeah.
And then out of those couple, let's say they get 1 event every month, and then they're like, hey, use this guy. He's he's coming in, he's doing good. We think he's a be good fit for you. So you're not gonna be blown up right away, but like once you start doing more and more, then they're gonna start giving you more and more. And then most of these guys don't just own 1. They own 2 or 3. And so then they're going to say, hey, look, we got another one here, we got another one there. And then you're going to start, building. It's not a big blow up for you right away, but it's going to be a gradual gain pretty quick, you'll find, I think.
Yeah. Dude, marketing pretty good.
I don't.
For someone who doesn't really do marketing, you know it pretty good.
Yeah, just ideas, late night thoughts.
Late night thoughts,
Late
man.
night thoughts,
Exactly,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, because I don't sleep.
Yeah, I mean,
that is one thing about being a business owner, and like myself, finally starting to take over for my dad and giving him some more time and me taking on more responsibility is you don't sleep anymore. Yeah, your mind is always racing with what do we got to get done? What has to be done? What's next? How do I get this next project? How do I get this next one? Because now us, having employees and stuff, and once you get employees, now it's not just you. Now you're feeding another man's family, or another woman's family.
At that point, I would have 1099s.
Yeah.
That way they're not actual employees, but I can still pay them.
Yeah. But, once we have W-2s and, these guys have to feed their families. They have to pay their bills. They, so now it's not just running on me having to pay my bills and feed my family. Now I have to make sure these guys have enough work to come out here and work and make enough money for me to be able to pay them. So now that's a worry of mine too, because we're not heartless,
Yeah. No, man, you got me thinking. I'm over here like, oh man, I should really start going and hitting up these boutiques and like some of these other venues that I've actually shot at before.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, I do weddings already, but I work with other company.
Yeah.
And so I don't get like the full amount of what I can actually be doing. Like I wish I could.
Can I take this one real quick?
Yeah, dude.
Hey. What's up, son? We'll be home shortly. Be home in a little bit. Okay. I love you. Bye. Well, that was my 5-year-old son calling me to tell me goodnight.
Oh, right on. Yeah.
Yeah, he's with his grandpa.
Oh, gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, do it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So my next question, I guess, for would be for you would be, how would somebody like me help someone like you with your business?
In my business, so this isn't
Obviously,
geared towards me because
yeah.
you know me,
Obviously,
I
you
don't
don't
even
need market.
market.
Yeah.
And I do want to market at some point.
Yeah.
Once I want to, get bigger. I mean,
And
right
branch
now,
out to like
and
other
branch out
states.
to other states, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna need your help for that.
Yeah.
I'm coming to you for that.
Right.
But for a lot of these guys is, you know,
If you guys don't know, both of our wives are talking. So if you guys are hearing extra talking over in the back, it's because they're having a really great conversation.
yep. But I mean, for the most part, a lot of these companies, they like to, like residential companies, like you could help them branch out into the residential market of, we offer this for your homes. We could do these AC installs, these conversions, this maintenance, stuff like that, and video them out in the field and put that on their marketing videos when, let's say, you're putting them on Instagram, Facebook, TikToks, and set those to be advertised in the region that they want. If it's within a 100-mile radius, let's set these to 100-mile radius, paid for that, and put that out there for them. And I think that would incentivize them to want to do that, because something like that could bring in 15-20% more clientele for them. And that's 15-20%. Like I said, they didn't have yesterday.
Yeah. One way that you could actually do is actually make like you could make a Google ad and actually put it on YouTube
Google
to
ads.
hit local areas and local people who are around here who are always watching YouTube.
Exactly.
Because I see those ads here for locals.
Yeah.
And it's just
see
all
'em.
about SEO optimization and
It is.
actually marketing properly, and like getting that going so that way you can actually build more of a clientele. And I was kind of thinking of doing something similar to that, but like, do I really want to be one of those marketing agencies that markets myself to other businesses? Not really.
Yeah.
I want to be able to market myself to other businesses in person rather than through the phone, because
Yeah.
that shows face.
You do want to show face right now. That's why I'm saying door to door.
Mm-hmm.
But with everything being so socialized and digitalized now, you're gonna have to do it.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, you're gonna have to do it.
Yeah, no.
And that's why I'm telling you, I've been thinking about it a little bit, but it's kind of hard for me to do it just because we already have enough work as of right now. But let's say I need work, I'm gonna have to do it. We've been blessed to not need something like that since 08. But you never know, the day might come.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's why I thank God every single day.
knowing your market and knowing how to strategically plan for the future and what you need to do is always about the name of the game.
There's been a few times where I go up to contractors and I see them in their trucks and I'm at the gas station like, hey, here's my card. If you ever need refrigeration or HVAC done, commercial only, industrial only, I won't do
You're
residential.
telling me if I see a nice car, I should just go up to and be like, yo, here's my card.
Yeah, I can
I'll
do a
take
video
you
of your
some
car.
Yeah, I'll get a video of your card.
Yeah,
take some
or if you
crazy
got family
photos.
getting married, you got a quince coming up, something like that. Yeah.
Really? Oh man, I'm gonna have to start doing that. Just go straight up to some cars.
Now you made our logo that now I'm putting it on the trucks.
Yeah.
That's just another form of marketing.
Yeah.
It's not digital, but it's out there in the real world.
Yeah.
So
and that's something more tangible.
Yeah.
And that's going to be exposed to thousands of people a day.
Yeah.
And that's a huge marketer already.
Yeah.
I'm almost tempted to just put a cinema booth contact info right here. Yo,
do it.
Weddings, photography, all of this stuff. Actually,
that's not a
might
bad
not
idea.
be-
I already
yeah.
got a company
Maybe
that'll
I'll
put
do
them
it
on
like
your truck.
on like a magnet, and just
I
slap it right
already
there.
got a company that'll put the stickers on there for you.
Really?
Yeah. That's the ones that are doing mine.
Yeah. I guess I should probably watch a little bit. I think I would rather do like a magnet.
Yeah.
Make it turn it into a magnet. So
The
I can
one
take it
thing
off.
we tried magnets before, way back in the day.
Did people steal them?
No, they fly off.
What?
Mhm.
Really?
I've had them fly off.
Wow.
Yeah.
So like,
Haven't you seen them in my garage on the garage floor?
yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Those
Those are
just
like the
fly
only two
off?
that we have left.
Wow.
We had like 10 of them.
Wow.
They just
They'll
fly off.
Fly off.
Especially like when we're on the freeways or the highways, because like I said, we got a lot of drive time. Got a lot of drive hours with what we do. Because I drive down to Las Cruces, do a couple things for a few hours, and then I'm driving all the way back. Or I'm driving all the way up to, by Cortez, Colorado, and then I'm driving all the way back. That's 4 hours there, 4 hours back, going Farmington or Gallup, and then sometimes you'll go to Gallup, and then like, hey, you got to call in Clovis. That's what, 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm driving all the way to Gallup. That's 2 hours from here, and then now I gotta drive 6 hours that way, and then from there I gotta drive 4 hours back home.
Oh damn.
That's 12 hours of driving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a lot on your car.
And that's 2 service calls.
Wow.
That's just 2 service calls,
That's ridiculous, dude.
and it'll happen, and it happens a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Luckily, I don't have to deal with that kind of situation, you know. I mean, if I ever got in your line of work, but no offense, I don't actually want to.
Most people don't want to.
Yeah,
I will
I
say,
mean,
like, we've
I'm
hired
too obsessed with cameras, obviously.
we've hired guys, and you know, no fault to them. It's the weather, and you know, it's the work and the away from family, and you know, not a lot of people want to be away from their family. They want that family time, and it's understandable. I get it 100%. And then it's also, you know, the nature that beats you to crap.
Yeah. I got a question for you. If you could be a social media influencer doing whatever, right?
Yeah.
Let's say it's not this, but it's like, we'll say for shits and giggles, it's gaming.
Yeah.
Would you actually want to do something like that?
I would be down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could,
Yeah.
I mean, like, in terms of like family time, you'd have infinite family time at that point.
Yeah. Yeah,
because,
you would.
You know, and then, you know,
Well, not even per se that, because like you're doing that, and then you're also having to edit everything. Then you're having to comment back to people, and you're having to talk to sponsors. So you do get a lot of time taken away from you still.
yeah.
Still working at least 40 hours a week.
Yeah, but after the camera turns off, your family can come in the room and just hang out with you while you're outreaching to all these other businesses and being like, yo, where's my
that's true.
sponsorship, bro?
Yeah, because like us, like a lot of the time, it's like, hey, I'm 6 hours from home. I just worked 12 hours, drove here for 6 hours. I'm gonna have to get a hotel and sleep here and work here again for another 10 hours tomorrow.
Yeah, that's
so.
ridiculous.
And so a lot of the time the guys will just have clothes set in their truck, because sometimes you never know. You just gotta stay out of town.
Yeah, what was the longest service call you've ever done?
A little over 80 hours. It was an emergency call on a rack.
Wow.
Yeah. One of the floats on the receiver broke off and went straight into the discharge of the receiver. Whatever refrigeration guy knows, that's like a 0.0001% chance.
Yeah, you never know, man.
And it's on my TikTok. It was not fun. It's got like 260,000 views.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's that video?
That's that video.
Oh,
Yeah, we
okay.
had to recover all of the refrigerant and cut open the receiver. Then I had to have a special welder go out there, a licensed welder and a certified welder, to go out there to re-weld the cylinder, and then let's pull a vacuum on the system and then refill the system.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
It was. So what happened was everybody was out of town. It was a holiday weekend. I was out here on call by myself. They called me Friday night. Hey, my rack's acting up. What was that? That was the coolers. All the coolers in the entire grocery store were down. And so I got over there, and it was basically showing me low on charge, the system, and the float was broken, so the needle was straight all the way down, telling me there was no refrigerant in the system.
Damn.
And so I added a little bit of refrigerant, about 100 pounds, nothing. So I was like, something's wrong here. And I was getting a little bit of my suction, but I was running a high head pressure. You don't know what that is. Reefer guys know what that is. And so what happened was I had to manually operate that system the entire time until I could get my team back.
What? So you had to stay
Till
there
Monday
and
morning.
work it.
Manually.
the-
Turning the AI boards and everything was basically obsolete for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
They're just over there staring at us.
Are they really?
Yeah.
And they're like, are they almost done?
But yeah, so I had to manually operate that system.
That's insane.
And I would make it shut off, and with the liquid in the refrigerant, raise that float, and then it would start running, and then like 30, 40 minutes later, that float would hit rock bottom again. And I didn't want to, I had already overcharged the system, and I was trying to keep liquid inside of that receiver, so I was running my fans, trying to keep liquid in there, and I just could not keep liquid in there. All these systems were calling because they were getting hot, so it was just taking everything it could. And finally got the team there. We were able to cut it open. I was able to sleep in my truck for a little bit, and then got back out and got back to work.
80 hours, man. So how
Yeah.
many days was that?
It was Friday night,
Little bit of
all of
week?
Saturday night, all of Sunday night, and part of Monday.
Oh, so like Friday through Monday.
Yeah, I didn't go home. I was there.
Damn.
Yeah, store owner said, get whatever Red Bulls, whatever snacks you want off the shelves. I don't care. You're here. Store's closed. When it's open, I don't care. Whatever you got to do, just get it done.
Wow.
There was like $6 million worth of product in those coolers.
Damn, talk about actually putting in work for
Yeah.
what you got to do.
Yeah,
You know,
that's why I
crazy.
say I mean, it's never happened to me again, thank God, and hopefully it never happens to me again.
Yeah, dude.
But that was. I've talked to so many guys and they've never even heard of that, and it's on video of when we opened that thing up right where it was, right
Maybe
in the
that's why
discharge
that
line.
got so many views. Because
Maybe
it's so unheard of.
It's so unheard of, and I'm pretty sure it's happened to a couple guys out there, and they probably have to do the same thing. And hopefully, they had the crews able to do it on a right day. You know what I mean? But mine was on a holiday weekend. Everybody was already out of town, out of the state, on vacation, and I think it was like Christmas or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Dude, that must have sucked.
it did. And my son wasn't born yet.
I
I don't think my son was born yet, and but my wife though, I know she was pretty here, but she was bringing me food and stuff, and it was out of town too. It was about an hour and a half out of town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that was that one, man. I couldn't even go home and take a shower.
Yeah, that
Like
is so ridiculous.
you would have lost product, you know.
Yeah.
And then at that point, the store owner is like, I don't care, like whatever I'm paying you, I'm saving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, if that whole system's like has to be replaced, then like
you're done.
Yeah,
you're
he's
talking hundreds of thousands of dollars just for us to replace the system. Talking $500,000. You know what I mean?
that is insane.
Yeah,
That is really insane. I mean that must be good money though.
it is. But
Yeah.
like look at the sacrifices you got to make, you know.
Right.
Yeah, like I would, go lay down in my truck for 20, 30 minutes. My alarm would go off and I'm back in there. You know, that's just how it
Yeah.
was. And there has been some days now, even now, we work 30 hours straight or 40 hours straight, and we just got to stop and rest for a little bit, get a hotel or something, and then you're back to it.
Yeah.
It's just nonstop grinding, man.
Dude.
Yeah, because there's only so many hours that legally we're allowed to work,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have to take a break. But, you got to be able to do it within a timely manner because stuff spoils or stuff goes bad or, you risk blowing compressors. Actually, just on another rack had a valve plate just completely shatter and blow out the side of a compressor. Yep,
Damn,
and then
dude.
he lost, I think, like 60 pounds of
See,
refrigerant.
you
stuff
telling
like
me
that.
all of this just makes me so much more motivated to be like, why are you not putting more effort into video?
I
and
know, I
art
really have to.
marketing?
Well, now that I got those, I'll be able to. It's just so
Well-
hard with my phone,
Well, what
to
you need
record.
to do is actually. So, do you guys have a TikTok?
No,
No.
nah.
What you should do is actually make your guys a business.
That's what I'm
TikTok.
trying to do with mine, though.
Yeah.
I'm trying to just make it the business TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't
Well, you got to
really ever
change the
need
whole
use it.
name and like everything. You got to put
I
your
can in
guys'
7
logo.
days.
In 7 days?
In 7 days, because I
What?
just changed it today.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I think doing social media is pretty good. I just want to do it just to show.
Yeah.
Really.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, that's still, we were talking numbers earlier, even getting like what, the 250,000 views,
Yeah.
260, even that 1% chance,
Yeah.
1% of clients,
2,500 people.
2,500 people, bro.
Yeah.
That's like almost what, maybe $1 million for you?
I don't even know.
Maybe more?
I don't know.
It just depends on the call, huh?
Yeah, it just depends on the call. Like changing out one of those compressors, you're talking 20 to 30,000, sometimes $40,000 just to change one compressor out.
Dude.
Mhm.
Okay, so right, $2,500 people. Let's do the quick math right there. How many people do you actually do probably a year?
A year, talking about like calls.
Yeah, like
So
actually.
I got
where
a
you go
couple
out-
customers where they give me like 300 calls a year.
Really?
Yeah, and then I
that
got some
would-
that give us 100, some that give us 200, some that give us 60, some that give us 4. Some that give us 1 or 2.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I think in calls a year we probably do upwards of 1,000 to 1,200 calls a year.
So that's triple of what you already actually do.
Yeah,
So 250,000 views.
but that's
turns
trying to get that many views here in the state.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
But let's say you opened up that market and you went to another state
yeah.
and you were
That
doing the
opens me
same
to
thing
2
there.
states.
Yeah, and that your same TikTok, right, is now marketed towards in 2 different states.
Yep.
That 2,500 people now turn into real calls,
Yeah.
real quick.
Yeah.
That guarantee. I mean, I don't know how much you guys make like a year. I mean, we probably talked about it
Yeah.
before, but that's probably
And
upwards of like almost.
Like I see this too.
couple $1 million.
Talking about how much a tech makes in a year.
Mhm.
Like I know they go to school and they tell me, yeah, you're gonna make 6 figures in your first 3 years of working. After that, and I'm like, that's not feasible for most companies at all. Period. I've
Mhm.
never. I know maybe one or two techs out of all of New Mexico that probably make 6 figures a year that I know of. I mean, there might be more, but you're talking super techs here. You
Mm.
know, like guys that know their stuff, could run jobs. No, they don't gotta call nobody for help. They just handle business. And I'm one of those guys where it's just I don't gotta call for help. I don't need nobody's help. I'm able to handle these calls. I'm able to handle my customers, stuff like that.
Mhm.
I mean, now I know owning the company is a little different,
Mhm.
but I worked myself up to this point.
Mhm.
Like my dad didn't just say, "Hey, this is yours."
No,
He made me work for it
threw
from the
you in
bottom
it.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I started, I was the bottom dog.
You were the
You know,
runt,
I was
bro.
the runt. I was
He's
the
like,
apprentice. I was the
get
tool
in
runner.
there.
And then, I learned and I taught myself on these systems, and now I'm a master tech.
Yeah.
Now I could work on anything that's mechanical.
Yeah.
I mean, you ask me to work on it. My customers, I don't say no. I don't say maybe. I say yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a yes man. And
Yes.
and customers like that.
Yeah, no, they
Customers
do.
like a yes man. I mean, I didn't work on backflows. They asked me if I work on backflows. I said no, but I'll go get my license next month. Went and got my license that next month, and
Wow.
now I work on their backflows.
Wow. That's nuts.
Yeah,
That's
that's why I
crazy.
have so many licenses. Because I'm a yes man.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, can you do this? Well, sure, I guess.
Mhm.
Like I don't do irrigation. I had one customer ask me, hey, can you work on my irrigation? And none of it's starting. I can't get none of it to start. Watched a couple of YouTube videos, and read some manuals and stuff like that, and I got it all going. And that's not what I do at all.
But you
I'm
made the money.
but I'm a yes man. Yeah, I made the money, but I also took care of my customer. My customer is able to sleep at night now and not have to worry about that. It's like I said, my customers just send me POs or work orders and stuff, and they're just like, I don't care if you respond back or not, you're getting it done
Mhm.
because they trust me now to a point where it's I just send you this and I just know you're gonna get it done.
Mhm.
Yeah, like they give me like on the calls, I think they're like $15,000 limits of where I don't even have to call them for approvals, just get it done.
Really?
Hmm.
So there is a certain point when you're working with clients
Yeah.
and you worked with them for so long that they just be like, yo, can you do this?
Yep. Like, hey, you
And
have this
it's-
call. I think it's gonna be worth 5-10 grand for you to do it.
And you don't even need a PO.
I don't need a PO or nothing. That work order is my PO.
Wow.
And they're just like, just go over there, take care of it.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
that's
they don't
kinda
contact
nuts.
me or nothing. I actually contact them and send them videos and photos of what I find and tell them, hey, look, here it is. This is what it's gonna cost. And they just say, I don't care, get it done.
Hmm.
But if it gets over that amount, they're just like, okay, let me check. 10 minutes later, get it done.
Wow, that's crazy.
Hmm.
That is super super crazy. That's
So
nuts, dude. Yeah, man. From just this conversation alone, I'm like, I need to get my gear going, man. I need to put in that 80-hour work week, man.
I'm telling you, dude. I've been telling you, you know that.
You have been, man. And I, by the end of this year, I should be making at least $5,000 just bringing in what I know I can be bringing in,
Yeah.
And that's the goal,
Yeah, it is.
honestly,
It is.
And back then, just a few years ago, I'm so glad that I started just doing things for myself, and then
Mhm.
you helped me push even more to actually get it going because I never would. I don't think I would have. I think I would have just
Well,
been
that's what bros are here
kind of
for.
cruising by, and getting things kind of,
You need a dark man on your side.
yeah, I did.
Yeah, just a little dark.
All
But
right.
yeah, man, it's fun doing it.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. For those of you guys in local Albuquerque or New Mexico, Isaiah, tell them where to find you.
You could look me up on Google at Advanced Refrigeration and HVAC. We do anything mechanical, basically. So you need me, call me.
I like it. You need me? Call me.
I like to stay a necessity.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think that we're going to wrap up today's episode. Thank you so much for watching the booth, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode. Whichever episode we end up doing, whoever's end up on the show, you will definitely be back.
Yes.
We'll talk more
Yeah,
business
I'll
and
be
just
back.
see where that episode goes.
Yep.
Right on.
All
We'll
right.
catch you guys later.
That's all, folks.
I love it.
Watch my videos. I'm always saying that. That's all, folks.